going back to Alex Lang on Friday night, I know the big message Tuesday night was you guys didn't set the tone. How nice it would be to give Lang the ball that he can set the tone to start the series?
Well, you know, we were planning on pitching Alex Lang the opening game at Texas A&M, as you know, and got set back because of the weather. So we're just going back to the plan that we had decided a couple weeks ago.
Right.
And Alex is, you know, he's the guy with the most overpowering stuff and the chance to get us off to a good start. And he's a true ace, and I just think it's time for him to be the Friday night guy. So we're going back to that. You know, he didn't pitch against Auburn last year. That was the week that he missed because of that tight forearm. And I don't know if that gives them any kind of advantage or not. They haven't seen him though, and so that was part of it as well. But really, primarily, it's just because I think he's the guy that gives us the best chance on Friday night against their top guy, and so we're going to roll with that and see how that works out.
How do you keep your team from maybe trying to put too much pressure on themselves, particularly on the offensive end, trying to get things going?
I'm not sure that those words exist around here, you know, not putting pressure on themselves. Where else in America are there this many members of the media to greet the team at 11 o'clock in the morning when you're leaving for a bus trip? That's just the nature of the beast here. You know, the players come here and they understand that there's pressure on them, just like the coaches that come here understand there's pressure on them. There's no hiding that fact. What I have to do is call on my experience as a coach in dealing with players for 34 years. And you know, when you have players that are struggling a little bit with confidence or you know, haven't been doing as well as they feel that they could have done, you know, you just deal with the individual and you try to get that player into the positive mindset that allows him to go out and perform. And you know, then the other job that I have as a coach is trying to make all the pieces fit together so that one player doesn't feel like it's totally up to him. He's got to be able to, you know, just do his job and others do their job around him, and that's how you end up having good offense. It's not a one-man team, but each player can only do what they're capable of doing, and they have to do it to the best of their ability, and they can't do that without confidence. And pressing and putting additional pressure on themselves to think that they got to do something extraordinary, that doesn't usually work. The more relaxed and confident that you can make players, the better they perform in this sport.
Talked about shoring up defense on the left side of your infield. Do you have any plans of what you maybe would do over there?
Well, I have thoughts about it, Chandler. I'm not ready to divulge those thoughts tonight. We're going to have practice tonight and have a little bit better idea than tonight before we go to bed, I'm sure. I mean, I've got some thoughts about it. You know, last week we found out, or 2 weeks ago we found out that Lockridge's back situation was going to be a little bit longer than we thought it would be. The immediate short-term fix was to put Chris Reed at third base. Then when I thought it might be longer, plus that along with the combination of going to play Texas A&M, thinking of their offensive prowess, I thought if we could put Dykeman at third, it opens up a spot for another hitter, then maybe we could get a little more offense. Didn't really work out that way. Brody had some good at-bats. He was 2 for 12 against Texas A&M, but didn't produce any runs. But it wasn't his fault. It was just the whole offense went up against some really good arms and didn't produce that much. So, in the meantime, Greg's playing third base, and quite frankly, he had a handful of misplays that hurt us. Fortunately for us, we were able to pitch around the 2-out error in the 9th inning, against A&M and finish off that game when that play should have ended the game. We've had some other misplays. I've always been a big advocate of defense because I think if you're going to pitch well, it means you have to play good defense. So I think something needs to be done. I'm just, not ready to divulge exactly what we're going to do yet.